Listen to the 48 Hours podcast for shocking murder cases and compelling real-life dramas from one of television's most watched true crime shows. Go behind the scenes of each episode with award-winning CBS News correspondents and producers in Postmortem, a weekly deep dive. Listen to 48 Hours wherever you get your podcasts.
Hello, and thank you for tuning into KNOW Waco. I am your host, Debbie, here to help you get in the know about Waco.
This week, I'm going to be talking about an exciting event upcoming, and I have a special guest in the studio. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Sydney, and I am with the Waco Pride Network, and we're here just to kind of talk about upcoming Out on the Brazos on the 9th of October. We're really excited and just wanted to share it with the community.
Yeah, and what brought you to Waco, or are you a Waco native?
I would like to say both. I moved here in 5th grade.
Oh,
so,
wow, okay.
But
I moved here in 6th grade.
So do you call yourself a native then?
I call myself a native,
Okay,
just
yeah.
because we were babies, you know?
Yeah, and I lived here, and then I moved away, and then I moved back, but I've
Same
been
thing.
here for over 20 years now.
Definitely. I've been here for like over 12, so it works out that way.
So it's your home.
Yeah, and how long have you been involved with the Waco Pride Network?
Yeah, so I joined Waco Pride in January. Kind of saw the information they sent out about the 2025 vision and kind of what we want to happen in Waco. Got excited about it. I'm super passionate about youth sex education programs and kind of saw that as a nice avenue to get in. And now that I've been on the board, my role has kind of been like events. So I don't know why, but I don't know. I heard a lot of the community saying we can't find each other.
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay, well, let's do something about that. Let's give you opportunities to find each other. So I've kind of hosted different events around town for families and for 18 and up, like the Rainbow Roll or Beers and Bingo. And we did a trivia night. So just different things to get everybody together because COVID was hard.
Yeah.
It is hard.
Yeah, of course. And especially now that we have a big event coming up. Do you want to tell me a little bit about that?
Yes. So Out on the Brazos is our big event of the year. So we host it in October, one, because it's cooler weather than doing something in June.
So we don't sweat to death.
Absolutely. It's supposed to be like 83 degrees right now is what everything's saying.
I'm so
we're really excited. And it is in October because of National Coming Out Day. And so it's going to be at Brazos Park East from 11 to 5 p.m. And really it's just a celebration of life and community and the queer community. And so we're going to have vendors and food trucks and live performances. And we're just excited for everybody and anybody to come out to the park and have a great day with us.
Yeah. And what are some of the things that we can see there at the event?
Yeah. So we have some different vendors that are coming. So the ones that are on top of my head, just because they are, Coasters and Canvas is going to be there.
Whoop, whoop, Megan.
You're going to be there.
Woo, Bumpkin Boutique, shout out.
And then we also have like support groups. So the Waco Trans group is going to be there. We're really excited about that. We have a doctor who reached out to us and said, hey, they provide affirming services. So we're very excited that she's going to be there. We also have the health department coming, and they're going to be offering free vaccinations.
Oh, that's amazing.
Well, I don't know if they are free, but they're going to do vaccinations.
Yes.
I don't want to call that out. And we also have somebody from the health department coming to do HIV and STI testing as well,
wow.
because we want it to be about family and fun, but we also want it to be a little educational and kind of destigmatize all of the issues around getting tested and being healthy and safe within the community.
Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah. And I know you guys have a bunch of local organizations involved. And I heard you guys are going to have an array of entertainment. Do you want to talk about that?
Yes. So part of Out on the Brazos is we like to have entertainment for everybody. So you can come, you can shop around at all the different vendors. I think we're going to have, I want to say 56 different vendor booths.
Oh my gosh,
that are there.
wow.
I mean, we'll find out. But I'm pretty sure that's what we have right now because that's a combination of sponsors and vendors. And then we encourage everybody to bring out like picnic chairs or blankets or whatever, because in front of the stage, we have a whole lineup of events. So we have a band, we have some drag queens that are going to be performing.
Boop, boop. Maxine the Queen and Cream Puff.
Yep. So they'll both be there. I think they're hosting actually. And so that's going to be really exciting.
Gonna be so fun. And Keep Waco Loud is helping out with entertainment. Is that right?
Keep Waco Loud is actually
shout out
hosting all of the entertainment.
Katie and Jacob are great.
They have been amazing. They have organized all of the entertainment and are going to be that's sponsored by Keep Waco Loud is the whole entertainment.
Yeah.
And then afterward, they're also hosting our after party. We have 2 after parties. One here at
Rogue Media Network. Who knew?
So that's going to be like our youth after party. We're really excited about it. And then we have like our quote unquote adult. It's not really adult. It's just like there's going to be alcohol and it's at a bar. So that's going to be at Stay Classy Waco.
Yeah,
so,
Stay Classy. They're amazing.
Fun.
And it's gorgeous there. Their brand new renovation.
I really need to go. Yes. All the pictures look beautiful.
You have to go. Virgo & Co. Shout out. They did an amazing job with the renovation. They helped out a ton. And of course, like the pink and the teal.
Oh, it's beautiful. All the pictures are beautiful.
But yeah, so you guys have so much exciting things happening. What is your mission for the community?
Oh, well, it's just really community awareness. So we're here to provide support network and community and events. Just we want everybody to see, anybody who comes out, whether you're a part of the queer community or you're not, like, let's just normalize existence and let's celebrate everything that makes everybody unique. And so we just want people to know where we are, how to find us, and have a big celebration of life together. We also have our Waco Youth Pride Alliance is going to be there and are developing, what do they call it? TNG. It's called the Next Generation. We're questionable about that name, but it's a little older for people who are in college now, but we're trying to provide opportunities for the youth and the community to have support systems and safe spaces. Because eventually we want to have our own location so that can be the hub for our safe spaces. So if somebody, wants information or if they want to host group meetings or different things like that, they can come to our space one day.
Yeah, and you talked a little about the 2025 vision. Do you want to talk about that?
Sure, what I can remember from it, absolutely.
And of course, give us where you can find more information about it as well.
So at wacopride.org, you can find information about the 2025 vision. So that is really a survey that was put out into the community. We said, hey, like, what do you want from, Waco Pride Network? Initially, Waco Pride Network was founded just to throw out on the Brazos. And so we decided, and I wasn't there for this, but I'm going to use the colloquial we, that there wasn't any big celebrations in town and that needed to happen. So once that happened and things started going, there was a realization that the community needs more than just a one-time a year celebratory event. So the 2025 vision really is where we want to be by 2025 with input from the community. And so that includes safe spaces, that includes support. It includes our own building. Lots of I apologize.
No problem.
So we're just, go find it on there because I can't think of everything off the top of my head right now. Yeah. But it's an amazing idea and mission that we really want to work towards, just to be available and here for the community.
Yeah, and you said we can find that on your website. Go ahead and give us all your website information and your socials. Yes,
so we have wacopride.org is where you can find all of our general information. There we also have links to events we're doing in the community. We have information about all of our different organizations. So I mentioned WIPA, which is Waco Youth Pride Alliance, and TNG. We also have a parent support group. And so that meets once a month, I believe, in person. And it's for anybody who is a parent of a child in the queer community to come together. And it's really a support group. One of the interesting things they've been working on recently was, how do you communicate with the school system whenever the school system is not being supportive of your child? So that's been very interesting to hear about that. I'm not a part of that group, but Lucas Land, who's one of our board members, is over that. He's doing an awesome job.
Love him. He's been on the show before.
Yes, that's right.
He's a veteran.
Well, good. He said he would love to come today, but he couldn't make it.
That's okay.
We also have an Instagram and a Facebook account, and I would love to give you those exact names, but go to our website and you'll find out exactly what they are, and you can follow us on there.
Okay, awesome. And then I know you just mentioned some of the events that you guys have been hosting. Do you want to tell me a little bit about those?
Oh, sure. So the first event that we planned out was Rainbow Roll, which is so much fun. We have monthly roller skating nights at Skate Waco. Gypsy is a huge supporter of what we've got going on.
It was fun.
Yeah, I broke my elbow last time. But,
You're not wearing your sling today.
I am not wearing my sling. The
Hope your doctor's
said,
not listening.
They said
Oh,
it could.
okay.
They said it's fine. It's going to heal okay. But, be careful in your skates. That's my recommendation. But we do profit share with them. So once a month you can go and skate, and half of the door cost goes to Waco Pride Network. So it's a really nice way to bring community together. We also have themed skating nights. And so for
disco,
Rainbow Roll,
right?
that was, I broke it at disco.
Whoop, whoop.
Yeah, my bad. And next month will be the Rainbow Roll Halloween party.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And when is that?
Oh, of course you're asking. It is the third Thursday of the month.
Oh, wow.
So
Okay.
I can look it up in a minute and let you know exactly when it is because, of course, it's all in my phone.
21st?
Wow.
Possibly?
Just thinking about numbers just right out of the corner.
Events are my deal.
Dude,
I could be wrong.
You're absolutely correct.
It's the
It is on the
21st?
21st. Yes.
Woo-hoo.
You can go in at 7:00 if you are not a great skater, or if you just want to learn and how to not fall and hurt yourself.
Not break your elbow.
Yeah, not break your elbow. So from 7 to 8 they have lessons, and
Oh, wow.
then from 8 to 10:30 is when we have the actual Rainbow Roll. So that's a really exciting event. It costs $10. So
Oh, wow.
it's like a nothing. We also do monthly beers and bingo at Southern
Ooh.
Roots. That one's really fun. We did cancel it this past
Okay.
Monday just because I was like, my elbow hurts. I
Yeah.
can't do it. Couldn't find anybody
Broke
to
my
host.
elbow, sorry.
Exactly. It's kind of a intensive to run the bingo.
Of course.
But that's been super fun. It is a donation-based bingo. And so really I just bring our little donation container and say, put in whatever you want.
Oh, wow.
And I tell them, please don't put in a penny, but you're welcome to put in whatever you want. And you get however many bingo cards you want for the night. And we play, and then I bring prizes. And so it could be something silly. Like I think somebody won this last time, an LED toilet paper holder.
Oh, yes.
But you never know. And that's fun. So.
Yeah, that's cool. And I know you guys did a trivia night
We
over at
did.
Brotherwell.
We did. We had a trivia night at Brotherwell. It was our queer trivia night. So the first 3 rounds were kind of their general information of what they do. And then the last round was specifically queer trivia.
Wow.
It was so much fun. We had a wonderful turnout, and they donated $1 for every beer that was purchased.
Oh, wow.
So yay. So anything we can do to like raise a little bit of
Yeah.
money, because that helps us continue to put on events and continues like to support the community. I know we've had some conversations about maybe looking towards a karaoke night, like an adult karaoke night. So feelers out there. So if you're excited about that, if you would like to host that as an establishment, just send us an email at board@wacopride.org and we can look into that and see. But I will promise you it will not be before Out on the Brasses.
That is okay.
We are busy.
Yeah, and with COVID permitting, what are some other things that you guys would like to do in the community?
Oh my goodness, that's such a great question. We have talked about some different opportunities for, let me see, because are you asking specifically like events or just in general things?
Just in general.
Yeah, so one of the things that we're trying to get together is we have an education committee.
Okay.
We haven't, again, done much with it because we've been very busy with planning.
Of course. I'm on the committee. It's a lot.
You're right. Yeah, it is. It's a lot. It's 10 days away now. So very excited for it to happen and very excited for no more committee meetings because I'm busy. But we really want to develop some different things within the community for education. So whether that is like training for allyship for local school districts or having different spaces available for sex education for the queer community. We can also, we've talked with, I believe it's the Dobie Center, who is they work with homeless youth, but they have to be 18. So that's a huge problem in the queer community, is having a safe space for kids who are under 18. So we've talked a lot about that as well. We are also working on a adult group. So it's kind of generic right now because we've got our youth groups and then we've got kind of our college age group, which is that TNG, and we want to have an adult group. At some point, we think it'll split off by ages, but right now it's just kind of like, are you an adult? Do you want to be in a group? Please come join us. So it's very much in the infancy of development. So we're going to have a sign up at Out on the Brazos for anybody who's interested in joining that group. So we're pretty excited about the opportunities that is going to bring for people in the community to just connect. Because one of my missions has been connecting all of the universities and their pride organizations. because there's so many people in that age group. And if you're at Baylor or Tech or Tarleton or NCC, well, you might be siloed and not realize there's a whole part of a community that you're missing. So I want all of those kids, they're not all kids, I understand, but all of those individuals. The youngins, correct. 18 to 24.
Yeah, there you go.
I want them to connect with one another and build that community and support system because that's so important for the community.
Yeah, and the MCC GSA, Genders and Sexualities Alliance, as well as Baylor Gay, Gamma, Gamma Alpha Epsilon?
I think so.
It's just Baylor Gay.
Yeah, it is. That's why I can never remember all of their letters because I'm like, I don't know.
But yeah, so they will have booths there, right?
They will, yes. They're both going to have booths. I believe Waco High's organization is going to have a booth.
Oh, wow. Okay.
We have some different affirming churches that are going to have booths, and of course, lots of things for you to purchase or kind of check out. So lots of good stuff for out on the Brazos for anybody to come and just see what is it about, what resources out there. One of the other things I forgot to mention is we are looking at developing some type of system to allow people in the community to know what businesses and places are safe spaces and which are not. So
interesting.
Yes, we've talked about, I don't know, like a random sticker that a business would be able to put out in front. That's not like a rainbow because we don't want anybody in the community to get upset about it. Who's,
of course,
you know, like, oh, we don't like that.
Of course.
But what is something that's like really small and unique to the community that the community could go somewhere and immediately know like, oh, this place is going to be safe and affirming. They're not going to discriminate against me. So
wow, that's amazing. One of the questions I normally ask is, how have you seen Waco develop? And I especially want to know, how have you seen Waco develop in this community? Yeah.
So when I was in high school, so being from Waco, quote unquote, or as my favorite podcast says, air bunnies. So yeah, shout out to Morbid. It just wasn't a thing. Like there weren't support systems. You didn't talk to anybody. Waco's a pretty religious community, so it's difficult sometimes to find that support system. And whenever I went to Baylor in undergrad, that was also really tricky. One of my really good friends was gay. And I remember kind of the feeling of secrecy around making sure nobody finds you out. And then we would just travel to Dallas to go like dance at clubs and stuff. Like we had a great time, but it really wasn't supportive. Now we've been really surprised and pleased by all of the different places in Waco who have been supportive and the different individuals who have reached out with support. So with the youth dance that we did here in the summer, so many people came out and were like, oh, hey, we would love to, you know, provide funding. We'd love to help with food. We'd love to help. We had a free photographer. Like all of these different people came out and said, hey, we want to be a part of this. We believe in this. And I just would not have thought that possible 10, 15, 20 years ago.
Yeah. And then one of the other questions I always ask is, what would you like to see in the community?
Oh,
you can just say Trader Joe's also. That is always about.
You know, I live in China Spring. Everywhere's so far. If I can just get in a grocery store out there or like on 19th, that's like my dream. No, I'd really love to see more affirming and safe spaces for the community. I would love to see more doctors in the community because there's only like one or two who help and support those who are part of the trans community. And we don't have anybody here who helps with youth in the trans community. So everybody has to travel to like Dallas or Austin or somewhere bigger. So it'd be great to have more support systems in the community. I would love to see more allyship at local school districts. And I think that that's just a matter of time and getting it sorted. So as soon as we do that, I think it'll be really helpful.
Yeah, that's great. And you talk about having this amazing community. At the end, I do have a shout out section. So is there anybody you would like to shout out?
Let's see. Let's shout out all of our board members.
Whoop, whoop.
I don't know if I can name them all on the spot
because
I really don't want to miss anybody. So
everybody says that.
Everybody on the board.
Woo! Shout out our board members. Whoop, whoop.
Yes. So shout out to our board members. Shout out to Charlie, who does our social media. He's done a great job making sure that we're promoting the event. Shout out to all of our sponsors, especially our big sponsors for Out on the Brazos. We're going to have t-shirts there for sale, and you'll be able to see all of our sponsors. We also have like a really cute bandana that's coming.
Aww.
We're so excited about it. It's for your pet or for you, whatever.
Oh, so cute.
So that'll be there. shout out to the city of Waco
Whoop, whoop.
for hosting us, and just lots of different people who along the way, everybody in the committee, shout out
That's
Debbie.
me. Communications committee. Whoop, whoop.
Yes. So everybody in the community who has come forward and said, hey, I'm going to volunteer for the event. I'm going to help with the planning. Any of that just has been phenomenal and so helpful. And being the chair of the Out on the Brazos is a big deal. So knowing that I have a support system to help has been wonderful.
Yeah. And is there anything else you want to share with our listeners today?
I honestly come to Out on the Brazos.
Yes.
We want to see you.
October 9th.
It's October 9th from 11 to 5 p.m. The night before, I totally forgot. The court is throwing a event.
The Royal Court.
The Royal Court, so sorry, at the Sugar Shack.
Whoop,
so it's 18 and above, but all of the money that they raise there is going to go towards Out on the Brazos.
Oh, wow.
So they're doing a little fundraiser for us. We're super excited. You can find their information on Facebook. You can find it on any of our social media because we're plugging them as well. And then, come to Out on the Brazos, and then come to one of our after parties. Come find me. I'll be running around. Tell me what you want to see in the
Bring
community.
her a tiny Tito's.
Yes. We can't have it at the park, but
Well,
we tried. But,
Winky face.
yeah. Wink. You know what I love? Candy.
Oh,
Just
there you
throwing it out
go.
there.
Ooh, okay.
So, I'm allergic to peanuts, though. Please don't bring me peanut candy. I'll be really upset.
But yeah, definitely come support Out on the Brazos.
Yes.
Come see the amazing vendors, food trucks, the amazing entertainment that's going to be
Yes.
playing. It sounds like definitely an event that people want to be involved with and our community can ally around.
Yes, we would love to see everybody out there and just celebrating. It's going to be fun.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Sydney. Thank you so much for coming on. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you for tuning into this week's podcast. This is your host, Debbie, signing off. Now that you know, go. Just go, Waco.
This has been a Rogue Media podcast.